Every era has its hero. Some are born from myth, others from imagination. But once across pulp pages, radio waves, and glowing screens, a Valkyrie rose from Brazil, and her name was Thondaria. She fought monsters in the jungles of the 1930s, saved galaxies on black and white television in the 1950s, and rocked Saturday mornings in the neon storm of the 1980s. From hand-painted posters to pixelated power suits, from marionettes to megabytes, she never vanished, she evolved. Every generation found her again, a mirror for their courage, their chaos, their hope, because Thondaria isn't just a character, she's a current, flowing through every age of imagination. This is her journey across time, across media, across worlds, from myth to metal, from ink to infinity. This is the legend of Thondaria.
Thondaria feels like she stepped out of a legend, but she's written like someone you can meet on the street in Rio. She fights in sandals, she bleeds, she makes mistakes, and then she stands back up. I read the first pulp issues in my grandmother's attic and I was hooked.
Before Woman of Wonder, before Gina Pirate Princess, there was Thondaria, the Jungle Queen, the Masked Warrior, the Chain Dancer, a heroine born in shadows who refused to stay there. This is the story of a character created in secret, resurrected in panels, and reclaimed by generations. She wasn't born in Hollywood or in a New York writer's room. She was born in a rented boarding room in Mississippi. She continues typed under a false name. Thondaria, Queen of Valor, first appeared in Zorro and Thondaria, Dance of Shadows, a serialized pulp adventure printed in 1932. But her creator wasn't a man named A.I. Jerry. It was Amy Irving, a brilliant young woman who wrote under a male pen name to be taken seriously in the world of pulp fiction.
She crafted Thondaria as a young Brazilian princess, fierce, brilliant, and trained in capoeira, hiding a warrior's strength beneath silk's charm and razor-sharp wit. She gave her those iconic bolas, a gift from her older brothers.
And of course, she added apples, the mischievous little chameleon who never leaves her side. Irving's vision set the foundation, and the legacy of Thondaria was only just beginning.
These Valor comics were incredible. The art style was just phenomenal.
Right, Thondaria really peaked then.
And the way they depicted the Valkyrie armor,
Yeah,
I guess?
if I had $1 million, the first thing I would do is buy the first edition of Thondaria.
In 1944, Action Image Comics acquired Thondaria from the small press All In Publishing. Janet Rhee, a talented young writer and editor, took charge of Thondaria's stories.
Well, now, let me tell you, Thondaria wasn't supposed to be anything more than a one-shot, just a fun, pulpy adventure for the comics rack.
And we paired her with the popular characters like Lewis and Tolkien, the Myth and Shadow Boys, and Bella Savage, the Bronze Bombshell. And we were trying to grab some of that magic from the old adventure serial. Big, larger-than-life heroes, wild locations, and impossible odds. During the crossover Tales of Order of the Inkwell, Thondaria was cast into the world of Valor. This began Thondaria's first standalone comic. We figured, why not have a warrior queen leading the charge? And it worked. As by 1945, Thondaria comics were flying off the racks faster than we could print them. Each issue carried her farther, from the bright ink of the presses to the hearts of those who needed her most. And before long, she was flying again. Not on paper this time, but as silent guardian watching over the men who carried her image into war.
Hit her up last night. Took a mess of coffee and a steady hand, but she came out a beauty. Now that's Thondaria, little winged Valkyrie of ours. And those are her bolas. She drops them right on the target. Figure the boys could use a bit of inspiration looking at her before we go up. Name says it all.
You know, back during the war, Thondaria wasn't just in comic books. She was on the nose of bombers, painted by young men overseas, scared but proud. She was fierce, fearless, and beautiful. The kind of image they wanted watching over them when the sky turned black with flak. We didn't plan it. She just showed up. One artist told me, if anyone's gonna get me home, it's her. I still get chills thinking about that.
The mail poured in. Kids, teenagers, even some GIs stationed overseas, they all wanted more. Something about her just clicked with people. She wasn't the damsel waiting for a rescue. She was the rescue.
Thondaria was just fearless. Getting her back to Earth took every time trick in the book.
That ran backwards.
Greatest plot device of the 50s.
Best plot device ever. Powers her bracelet, powers the fandom.
And the hover skate episode? I still laugh. She can't skate. Saves the galaxy anyway.
Alongside with my father, the famous manga artist Jinri, the pair reshaped American comic stories.
They hired me to clean up the grammar. Instead, I transformed Thondaria's story. Jin and I believed that heroes weren't bound by culture or gender. Thondaria deserved that freedom. In the 50s, Janet and Jin expanded Thondaria's stories into bold, cosmic adventures. Thondaria and her young companions, the Stellar Teens, traveled to faraway galaxies, battling alien threats and solving interstellar mysteries. Why limit Thondaria to Earth? We sent her to space and gave her a team of brave teens. Kids adored those adventures. With Jin's dynamic artistry and Janet's bold vision, Thondaria soared in popularity. Soon she expanded beyond comics into new realms.
Looks like your cat stomper just got declawed. Take him away, officer.
Hey, kids. Dr. Tool tried to trick kids into skipping school and work in his robot factory. He treated them like cogs in a machine to build his cat stomper robot. They would be still sweating there today if Lucy had not discovered his heinous plan.
Though the universe is vast and full of peril, remember that your minds are the greatest shields against the darkness. So remember, kids, don't be a tool. Stay in school.
New realms. From 1948 to 1951, Thondaria starred in gritty cliffhanger movie serials. Due to studio budgets, they opted to have a all-new Thondaria with a secret identity, Lucy Luckett.
I summon you from the great beyond. Let our mind and body become one.
Thondaria, Thondaria, boy and queen.
These stories were less fantasy and deviated from the comics, but audiences did not seem to mind. Each chapter brought audiences thrilling escapes and daring rescues, embedding her courage and strength firmly into popular imagination.
Honestly, Dick and Willie shaped my entire sense of humor as a kid.
Totally. That's exactly why we had to cosplay them here at Thondaria Con.
APPLES sent the smartest, bravest, most handsome agents available. So here we are.
I don't know why the show was named Thondaria, as we obviously were the stars of the show.
Look, the Thondaria comics were great. Kids loved them. But television is a different beast. You can't just slap ink on a screen and call it a day. In the 70s, we had to give Thondaria a fresh look. Something that popped.
From the files of apples, the advanced police protecting literally everyone in society, comes the sensational new adventure.
Camelicorn, Carmillion.
And the Valkyrie herself, Thondaria. Together they take on spies, saboteurs, and the secrets of Valor City.
In the 1980s, we moved into Saturday morning cartoons with Thondaria.
The Saturday morning marketing to kids was a big opportunity for the studios.
Meet the bad guys of Thondaria!
I'm Brohilda, the strongest Valkyrie. Time to crush some heroes.
Nina Nasty, one wicked spell away from victory.
And Vicky Vicious, the man.
And now, back to Thondaria! Hang on, heroes! The Power Hour blasts on!
With Thondaria gone, this city's ready to be stomped.
Patience. We need to wait for Mrs. Vicious's signal, and we can truly rule this city.
I am tapping her siren power and transferring it to you. Now.
All right, goth girl. Time to ghost.
Have you surrounded? Come down with your hands up now.
Night, the city trembles. Tonight, the shadows rise.
Your comm is cconnected. Your siren song will be broadcasting on all the emergency stations.
It's stomping time!
1982, Thondaria took a drastic turn.
2 heroines. 1 destiny. Wings of Valor.
A bright neon-colored cartoon, she battled whimsical villains like Vicky Vicious and Brohilda, the strongest Valkyrie.
Power is the ultimate accessory, little heroes.
What did you think of them replacing apples with ooples in the show?
We hated ooples. Oh, it's probably what killed Wings of Valor for more seasons.
The studio replaced apples with Ooples the Camellia Corn, a sidekick that delivered teaching moments to kids.
Hey friends, it's me, Ooples the Camellia Corn.
And us!
We want to talk about what to do if you ever get lost.
Breathe in, breathe out, stay calm. Look for a safe grown-up, like a shop worker or a parent with kids.
Remember, you're not alone!
Kids loved it, but the comic fans rejected this sugary, overly cheerful Thondaria and demanded a return to her roots.
The 90s show understood the assignment. Bella and Thondaria weren't just hunting, they were redefining gothic love.
And their strategies for the vampire hunts?
Yes.
It was finally the comic book version on screen.
Yes.
It was finally something we have been waiting for.
In 1988, Thondaria returned, radically changed.
You hunt in my city. You face my blade.
Thondaria, Shadows of Valor. A new late-night music tune for the restless and the brave. Saturday nights only on Vulture Channel.
Stripped of pastel colors, her stories became fierce, gritty, and profound. Valor Reborn and Shadows of Valor showed Thondaria not as a cheerful adventurer, but a warrior battling for survival. Bolas became chains, symbolizing freedom and rebellion.
So the Queen of Valor bleeds. Good, now kneel. Or perish.
Fans embraced this darker, authentic hero, and her popularity soared. It inspired a late-night anime for adults. And this created a whole new generation of fans.
I expected more.
Keep waiting.
In the 2000s, we started renting out the Thondaria IP internationally, and that changed everything. The fandom didn't just grow, it crossed borders faster than we could track it. Each of these versions was unique, rooted in local culture, local storytelling, local heroes, and yet, every single one would win.
No matter where they are, is Thondaria. The jungle warrior of Brazil, born from the roots of a living forest.
Nada para lutar, movida pelo povo, com mãos rápidas como o relâmpago. Quando a selva clama por justiça, ela responde com fogo.
France even turned her into a World War II freedom fighter. Part history lesson, part national myth.
Came from the other side of the world to fight for its freedom.
I didn't cross the ocean to hide. I came to make them pay.
Thondaria, soldier.
And there was the Kung Fu master, Thondaria of China.
桑达利亚女武神，心要如止水，手如狂风。让我看看这场风暴能做什么。在一个充满枷锁与暴君的世界，她的双拳就是。
Japan made her a mech hero, piloting thunder-powered machines to save the future.
撃準備合体シーケンス開始サメ、カニ、エイ、タツノオトシゴ、タコ5つのメカが今一つに行くわよみんなメカオブバラー参上ボーラ
And in Mexico, Thondaria luchadoras, where every strike was a legend and every mask told a story.
En el cuadrilátero, Thondaria, la Valquiria de Brasil, campeona de justicia y poder, contra los más temidos villanos galácticos, el Tiburón Azul.
In 2025, Thondaria will return again, this time to the big screen. Featuring diverse casts and exciting new storylines, introduced her to an even wider audience.
Jungle Queen, movie serial adventure, secret agent, cosmic explorer, rebel leader, created in secret, resurrected by fans, still evolving. She's not waiting for permission anymore, and neither are we.
Every era has its hero. Some are born from myth, others from imagination.
She turned out just about how I saw her in my head. Winged helm, mean as sin, got the bolas ready to drop. Figured she ought to look like she's coming off the nose itself.
That's some fine brushwork, Lieutenant. What's the name again?
Thondaria, like the thunder goddess.
Dropping
and you see
balls.
here, thought it